whatever comes out of my mouth is whatever comes out of my mouth. Sometimes I surprise myself with what I say. When I leave this house, I'm a dirty hobo. Low expectations. Sounds like the name of a band, 1080p, I don't know. Be honest with me. How many of you film with just like your top half done? Like, if we're being real, if we're being so for real right now, I'm not wearing pants right now. I'm not wearing pants. What were we just talking about? It's always a gamble when I wake up, you know? I never know. But that makes life fun. Do you export your videos in HD or 4K? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Who do you think you're talking to? If just one person watches my video, then it's a good day. Welcome back, all you fragrance fanatics and beauty babes. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jamie, and I love to talk about perfumes. And I also love doing perfume tags. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. This is called Confessions of a Content Creator. And it was created by Naturally Liz, and I was not really aware of her or her channel until this tag came out. So, I mean, that was a great idea of hers. So of course I went right to her channel, subscribed, started checking her out, and she's amazing. I'm gonna leave her information in the description box below. You need to go check her out and subscribe as well. And so I was watching this video circulate. I was watching everybody's answers. It was so much fun. And I was like, I want to participate too. And the last video I just got done watching was Tammy Roxanne's video. And if you haven't seen her, or if you don't know who she is my fragrance twin sister, and she's amazing. So I'm going to leave her information in the description box as well. So we have all of these questions that I wrote down here that I'm going to answer for you guys, confessing everything that I know. So without further ado, let's get started. I tried to do my intro like 20 times, and I had Penelope in my arms. For those of you who don't know, Penelope is my Morkie. She's a Maltese and Yorkie mix, and she would not perform. She would not perform. How dare her? She just was fidgety. She was just fidgety, trying to hop out of my arms. I couldn't get any words out because I was so distracted about trying to hold her, and she was just a wiggle worm. So I could not. I was like, okay, fine. We're gonna have to do it without her. So just pretend for the remainder of this video that I have Penelope on my arm right here. So let's get into these questions. How long have you been recording YouTube videos? I have been recording since 2019. I started with an ASMR channel, which for those of you who don't know is Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which is like the tingly feeling, the tingly relaxing feeling you get when you, it helps you just relax and unwind for the night and get sleepy. And so I have that, and then I had started up a vlog channel, and then in September of last year is when I started. So September of 2023 is when I started my perfume channel. So it's been 1 year as being a perfume channel person, whatever you want to call it. Do you record on your phone or your camera? And I just use my phone. I'm not tech savvy whatsoever, not even a little. I have an iPhone specifically because iPhone is one of the easiest user-friendly type of technology. Like anything past an iPhone, I don't know what to do. Definitely not computers. So I would have no idea how to plug something into a computer and then you've got to transfer it over or something. I don't know. And every time I try to get onto a computer, I want to keep on tapping the screen, but it won't work. Like you got to use a mouse, and it's just, so I just use my phone. I had an iPhone 12 Pro Max starting out, but then that eventually broke, and I had to get a new phone. So now I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and not that I wanted to change. I don't like change. I would have loved to just stick with my old phone, but it broke, so I had to get a new one. But I'll tell you, like, whew, as soon as I recorded my first video on the new phone and looked at my old video, like night and day. Like if you go back to my perfume videos back in September of 2023, watch that and come back here, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Like the sound quality is totally different and the picture quality is totally different on the 12 versus the 15. So I feel like, you know, I don't really need a camera because my phone does it for me, so. What type of editing do you use? I use the apps on my phone. Like I said, I don't transfer anything over to any sort of computers or anything. Don't know nothing about that. So the editing app that I use is called Filmmaker Pro. And I feel like it's very user-friendly, which I appreciate. And then I also use YouTube Thumbnail Maker is what it's called. And that has been a game changer because I used to make my thumbnails the old-fashioned way on one of my regular app things. I don't even know what it was called. Like a regular, like, I can't think of the name of it, but I would have to cut things out and it was a mess. And my face was always like blurry in the thumbnail, and I'm like, why is it blurry? It wasn't blurry when I took the picture. It was just a mess making thumbnails before I got this YouTube Thumbnail Maker app. Now it is so much simpler, and I can just like press a button and it will crop whatever I want to crop. Like it's like, you know, and paste it wherever I want to paste. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then the next question was, do you export your videos in HD or 4K? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Who do you think you're talking to? I have no idea what you're talking about. I do know this much. When I have the different bits and pieces on my phone here that I've filmed, I just put it over on my app, my what's it called? Filmmaker Pro app. Once it's on there and everything's edited, then I can transfer it back into my photos file. That way I can upload it to YouTube. So when you transfer it back over, it will ask, what type of quality do you want? And I always pick the highest quality, which is the 1080p. So I assume that's the highest quality they have. So I don't know if 1080p is 4K or HD. I have no idea. But that's what the quality of video is when it's put. I don't know what it is now when I'm filming, but when it's uploaded to YouTube, it's 1080p is what it's called, whatever that means. Sounds like the name of a band, 1080p. I don't know. How do you plan your content? I have like notebooks and Post-its, and I will just write out, like, it's just, what do they call it? It's, not word vomit. It's dumpster, brain dumping. That's word vomit. Brain dumping. I will do that in all my notebooks and stuff of whatever ideas, different perfumes I'm into right now. How can I correlate that into a video? Which, you know, just all different types of things. And I'll take from there, some of them will make it to a YouTube video and some of them won't. Just kind of depends. The next question is, do you batch record? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It depends, because there are some days where I am just, you know, there's some days where you're just on fire. You're just getting stuff done. You're just productive and you got it. And then there's other days where I just feel like a slug, or I just can't get the right words out. My brain just feels foggy. So sometimes I will only be able to get one video done, if that, in one day. And then there's sometimes where I can do like 3 videos back to back to back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on fire. And when that does happen, I will, you know, post the one video and then I'll save the other 2 videos. I'll like spread them out during the week. That way I do have content to give people during the week, without actually having to sit down and film those particular days. So it is nice when I can do that, and I try to do that, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. It just depends. Do you record your videos in one take? I am laughing because literally just to say that sentence took me 4 takes. I didn't keep on, like, I kept on, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't get the words out, and then I had a hair like drop in my nose, and I was itching my nose, and it looked like I was picking my nose. I'm like, okay, can't put that in there. So I had to start over again. And so no, I do not record my videos in one like full take. I assume you mean by like pressing play and then pressing end when it's done, like the whole video. I can't do that. And mainly because of reasons like what just happened with me, but also because I lose my train of thought constantly. You have no idea how many times I'm like, I've got a perfume in my hand and I'm talking about it, and then I just stop and I'm like, what were we just talking about? What was I just gonna say? What is this video even about? Like, I'll forget even what the video was about. Like, it just something in my mind just leaves. It just leaves my brain, and I just have like a brain fart and forget what I'm even talking about, even doing. So I have to go back to where I stopped, and I'll watch that part of the video, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I forgot. And then I'll go back to talk about whatever it was I was talking about. So I lose my train of thought a lot. Yeah. So definitely have to chop the video up in different pieces and then mush them all together. The next question is, how long does it take to edit one video? It takes, oh my gosh, a long time. Well, it's not just editing, it's making the video. Sometimes I can get one video made in an hour and edited within an hour and a half or so, and then and then make the thumbnail, so that's another half an hour, and then get the description box and everything organized in there for the video and have it uploaded on YouTube. That would be another half an hour or so. So like bare minimum 4 hours, but there are some times where it takes me from the time I wake up in the morning till the time I go to bed. Like it could take 12 hours, 8 hours to make just one video, like just make the video, edit the video, and then have it like ready to upload. Just depends on how my brain's working that day. If she's on fire or if she's not. Well, you know, it's always a gamble when I wake up, you know, I never know. But that makes life fun. And you know what? I would like to add another question to this list. Can I add a question to this list for you content creators out there? Be honest with me. How many of you film with just like your top half done? Like right now, like if we're being real, if we're being so for real right now, I'm not wearing pants right now. I'm not wearing pants. Because it's so hot in here. Because I've been trying to film all day, so the lights have been like beaming, and it's just like, you know. So I took my pants off. Or like pajama bottoms. Do you all use like your pajama bottoms, but then you have like a nice dressy shirt on? Like I do that all the time for these videos. I would like to know. Let me, please tell me in the comment section. Do you all do that for your videos as well? And also, that reminds me to mention that when I can batch record, I will usually change my outfit in between videos. So, you know, because who wants to see the same outfit twice? Okay, so the next question is, do you work full-time in a traditional job, or are you a full-time content creator? I am a full-time mom and a part-time content creator. Although I don't really consider my making videos on YouTube, I don't consider that my job. That is just something fun, something for me to do to keep me busy. And it's fun. I love this hobby. And that's what it is. It's a hobby, but if I can get paid by YouTube through like ads and stuff, heck yeah. That's just like a cherry on top, you know? But I'm a full-time mom. I used to be a nail technician. For 15 years, I did that, and pedicures were my favorite. Those were my specialty. I love, the dirtier, the better. I loved making feet look so beautiful, and it was like you transform them. But anyway, so I did that for 15 years, and then back in 2020, you know, all that mess happened. Everything got shut down. Our salon got shut down. I had to stay home for 3 months. And I was like, after 3 months, I was like, I can get used to this. Staying home? Yeah. So I told my husband, I was like, I'm just gonna stay at home. I'm not going back. Like back when they said we could go back to our salon. And so I put in my 2 weeks notice and just been a stay-at-home mom ever since. I know that there's some people out there that can't do that don't have that opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom. And so I know like how blessed I am, and I definitely don't ever take that for granted. So the next question is, have you ever been recognized by a stranger from your channel? No. I really wouldn't care if I did. Like, I mean, like it doesn't really matter to me, you know, if they recognize me, that's great. If they don't, that's great. But I will say, I really don't think anyone's gonna recognize me, because when I leave this house, I'm a dirty hobo. Like, if I have to leave the house, I'm usually in pajama bottoms and some slippers, and I haven't brushed my hair in 4 days. And so I just don't foresee anybody recognizing me. But if they did, you know, it'd be fine. The next question is there a perfume that you love that everyone else doesn't love? Or is there a perfume that everyone else loves that you do not love? And that was kind of a harder question to answer, because I don't know. I feel like my perfume collection, I feel like I'm pretty basic. Like, I don't have anything too like niche smelling or too crazy out there, like different smelling. No heavy ouds or heavy incense or anything. So I don't know. You all tell me. Is there something in my perfume collection that, like, I feel like all my perfumes are pretty basic, which I love. I'm okay with being basic, but I don't feel like there's any perfumes that people, I can't think of any offhand that people like really, like a big group of people really dislike. I mean, of course, all of our perfume tastes are a little different, and you can't please everybody. But I mean, like, I can't think of a perfume that the majority of people dislike in my collection. If you all know of one, please let me know. I don't know. And as far as not liking something that everyone else likes, I would say maybe I'm not really crazy about the Parfums de Marly, that brand or that house. The Mansera, the ones that I can only go by the samples that I've gotten, but the samples and stuff that I've gotten, I just, you know, I'm not a really big fan of Mansera. And Flower Bomb, you know, the original Flower Bomb, not really a fan of that. Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of offhand. The next question is, if you could go back in time and give yourself advice, what would it be? Oh my goodness. It would be, I've told you all this a million times, and I'll tell you again a million times. All the discount sites. I wish I would have known that. I could have saved thousands of dollars, literally thousands of dollars, went totally down the drain just because I had no idea that they existed. I thought you had to buy a perfume from a retail store, and that was it. I didn't know there were perfume discount sites. but man, I wish I would have known earlier. So that's what I would say to myself if I could go back in time. Some of these next questions are ones that Tammy kind of sprinkled in to the original perfume tag. So Tammy was asking, do you ever feel like quitting? And I would say no. I've never felt like quitting before. I really enjoy what I do, and yeah, it's just never been something I thought about. And one of her other questions was, do you ever get down when you have low views? Usually not. Usually not. And that is because the key, if you will, is to have extremely low expectations. Low expectations. I go into making a video, like I post what I want to post. If it's a new release, then it is because it's a perfume that I really am excited about and want to talk about. You're never going to see me doing a new release of like a Parfums de Marly or a Mancera or one of those perfumes, because that's not what I'm into. But you will see me doing new releases of like Paris Corner, because I'm really into that. I'm so into those perfumes. And so Paris Corner perfumes, Burberry Goddess, Devotion, if they come out with flankers, oh my gosh, I'll definitely be talking about those. So sometimes it is about new releases and stuff, and sometimes it's about other things, like the 5 perfume facts video, or the video I made about the history of Lalique. It's just whatever I want to post, and some of them do well, or some of them do better than others, but I have very low expectations. I go into it with the mindset of, if just one person watches my video, then it's a good day. And so if more than one person watches one of my videos, then like that's just extra special day. That's how I kind of see it, and that kind of helps to keep things in perspective. Is that the right word? Like just keep me, low expectations. I don't know where to go. Oh my gosh, I am gonna have to cut out so much rambling. Talk about long editing. This video is gonna take me all day. And then one of the other questions was, do you overthink every step, or do you just have a good time with it? When it comes to life in general, I overthink everything. But when it comes to videos, like making videos here, I usually just kind of, whatever comes out of my mouth is whatever comes out of my mouth. Sometimes I surprise myself with what I say. And that's why I have to do a lot of editing, because I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. And so with that, I feel like, I'm more, unless it's a particular type of video, like sometimes I will write down bullet points on a perfume that I'm reviewing, just to keep everything on track. Or sometimes, like I had to do the research for the Lalique history video. I did weeks of research on that, and had like a script. I mean, I wouldn't say I went word for word by this, but I just had all the research there outlined of what I was going to present to you guys. So sometimes I do plan things out, and then sometimes I just kind of just go with the flow of whatever comes out of my mouth. and that reminds me, I wanted to tell you all, so Tammy, she and her sister, they say, flow it and hoe it. I just flow it and hoe it. And I love that. I love that. So I'm going to use that from now. Flow it and hoe it. And then there was another question. Do you struggle coming up with ideas for videos? Usually, it just depends on the week, because there's, sometimes you have creative blocks. Sometimes you're just on fire, and I've got like 20 different ideas written out, and I'm just super productive that day. And then there's other days where I just have this block where I just can't write anything. I can't draw anything. Like I like to do art and stuff. I can't do any art. I can't film because I just have this creator block thing going on. So it just kind of, just kind of depends. Just kind of depends on the day. And then one of the other questions was, do you guys make money from your channel? And I would say yes. I mean, from the ads on YouTube, I do make, I think it's like $5 a day, which is, that in this economy, $5 a day, paying for my coffee every morning, that's great. I'm good with that. But I'm definitely not raking in the big bucks or anything. And then also my Amazon affiliate link, and that, it's, I get like maybe like $5 every 3 or 4 weeks. If that, probably $5 a month. I get like $5 a month. So I don't know what that equals out to in a day, but I'm not very good with math, but it's very, very low, but it's something. It's definitely, something is better than nothing. I'm not complaining, but just so you know, I'm not raking in the big bucks, with my links or anything. I just, it just gives me a small little something, since I'm basically giving them free advertising. I'm giving all these companies, I'm going to put links in my description box, whether I'm affiliated with them or not. So it's nice to get some money back from advertising. But anyway, one of the other questions she asked was about people, I believe people messaging her through like email, trying to contact her through email about search engine optimization and stuff. I don't really know much about that, but I do know I get a ton of emails from so many companies wanting me to promote this and promote this or that on my channel, this, that, and the other. And I don't really do any of that. I will, if Dossier was to come out and say like, hey, will you do a video for us? In exchange, you'll get some free preview. I would absolutely jump at the chance to work with Dossier and get some free perfumes in the process, because I love their perfumes. I use their perfumes, and I feel good talking about them on my channel because it's what's the word? It's authentic. It's real. I love them, and of course I'm going to promote them because I love them. Same thing with like, if the 7 virtues, if fingers crossed, if the 7 virtues were to reach out to me and say, hey, Jamie, we're going to send you a whole case full of 7 virtues perfumes, would you talk about them on your channel? I would be like, yes, please. Because I love the 7 virtues perfumes. That is something I feel passionate about. And there's some other, those are basically just the few that popped into my head. But if it's companies like that I already talk about on my channel that I love, I wouldn't mind that. But a bunch of companies usually reach out, and I don't know what they are or who they are. I've never heard of them. I don't care. Like, I don't care what they're offering me. I'm not interested. If it's something I don't already love, I feel like it's just not authentic, And sometimes I will get like emails telling me that they can make my channel grow in like 6 months. We'll have your channel at like 1 million subscribers or something, or I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I don't really click on any of that. I just kind of read the title and I'm like, no, not interested. I don't know. I don't know if they're scams or not. Maybe not. I don't know. But I don't want to take a chance with it, Not when my channel is at stake. I don't want to take a chance on any scammers getting into my YouTube channel somehow or something. I don't know. So those are all the questions, you guys. We got through them. Yay! This was so much fun. I want to thank Naturally Liz again for creating this tag. I had so much fun making it, and I hope you guys did as well. And remember, before you leave, to seize the day and overspray. Bye, guys.